Good afternoon, everybody. Welcome back to Market Insights with Linux, and welcome to this new video and your weekly update on NVIDIA. We're back again with a full update here on NVIDIA. We have quite a lot of news that we need to talk about, or at least I think it's relevant to talk about that, because all of you already know about the news. Like that's not the purpose of this video, but I do want to talk about the news briefly and then take a look at the price and see how the price reacted to the news and what that tells us about the strength of NVIDIA and what we can expect later. You can already see with the line I've drawn on the chart, which you've already seen in the thumbnail as well, that I hold a slightly bearish short-term view on NVIDIA. Long-term, I'm definitely not bullish. Not bearish, my apologies. Definitely not bearish. I don't think you can be, but there are some things that I'm a little bit critical about. So that's what we'll do. If you're interested in NVIDIA updates every week, consider subscribing or visit the channel every week. That's up to you. And I also post about NVIDIA news and NVIDIA updates whenever necessary in our free Telegram channel. So make sure to join that. We have a lovely community in there as well. So hopefully I'll see you there with daily updates, not only about NVIDIA, but also things you need to know about the markets. So let's talk about NVIDIA right now. Purely technically, what we have been in, I would argue, since the 1st of August, is a consolidation, at least on the 4-hour time frame. On the daily time frame, like if you zoom out right here, you could still argue that this is an uptrend, and that's not completely wrong, right? I mean, we are still holding the daily trend right here, and every time that we've actually tested the trend, once we have dropped down below that, but then we easily reclaimed that, and ultimately this could still turn into bullish continuation, right? And that also is something I'd be interested in. Our main resistance level right here is at 185, which, by the way, was called when NVIDIA was rallying right here in July. That was the main area that we targeted. That's a major Fibonacci extension level as well. But that's serving as a resistance. If we get some good news and NVIDIA reacts better to that, which is key to what we'll talk about in a moment regarding the news that we had in the last week, then I'm a buyer of NVIDIA again. But at this point of time, we had major news, right? We had these... We had these news events with Intel first last week, with NVIDIA investing in Intel. I made a video on Intel back then. I think Intel as a stock actually looks better than NVIDIA. But then we also earlier this week heard about the partnership and the investment, a partnership between NVIDIA and OpenAI. Those are all major development and major development updates, major development news, but also major partnerships. All right, so what you would expect from NVIDIA is momentum. And momentum we did get, all right? The volume with that candle right here that we had during the Monday open was, dare I say, extreme. However, we did not manage to break out. And if we have a strong company in bullish market circumstances, because even though there are some signs of weakness here and there, ultimately the equities are still in an uptrend. You get good news like we had, and you're unable to break out. That to me signals weakness. All right, pre-market right now we're trading a little bit lower as well, but that consolidation that we're forming on the 4-hour time frame right here, in combination with the reaction we had to the news, that tells me that I think it's good to be cautious on NVIDIA here. And until we actually do see some strength, or some sort of a strong reaction on the news, or and a breakout above 185, may I add, or until we have some sort of a liquidity sweep down lower, I am not a buyer of NVIDIA. All right, so what I'm waiting for with NVIDIA right now, because ultimately, like I said at the start of the video as well, on the higher time frames and on the longer time frames, I should say, I am a buyer of NVIDIA, right? But I'd like to optimize where I'm buying. And when I'm talking about optimizing where I'm buying, I'm looking at this level right here at $150. I don't think we're going to drop down into that, unfortunately. But dropping down into a level right here, like 160 or maybe 158, I think that's a possibility. And that's already very interesting when you hold a long-term bullish view on NVIDIA. So that's what I'm waiting for, first of all, or second of all, like I've said earlier, a bit of a better reaction to news and a breakout above $185. Then I will be a buyer of NVIDIA again, but at this point of time, I would be slightly careful. And those are my thoughts. That's what I think you need to know. So thank you for watching. Take care and bye.